Takeaway English, Student Book 3, by Peter Loveday, Melissa Coop, Sally Trowbridge, and Edward Scarry. Copyright 2012 by the McGraw-Hill Companies, all rights reserved. No part of this audio program may be reproduced or stored in a database without the prior permission of the McGraw-Hill Companies, Incorporated. Unit 1, Page 2, Exercise 2.
A2. German is spoken in Germany.
B5. Arabic is spoken in Egypt.
C4. Portuguese is spoken in Brazil.
D8. English is spoken in New Zealand.
E3. Spanish is spoken in Mexico.
F7. Japanese is spoken in Japan.
G6. Chinese is spoken in China.
H1. Russian is spoken in Russia.
Page 2, Exercise 3. 1.
Hi, how are you today? I speak English. What language do you speak?
2.
Bom dia, como vai você? Eu falo português. O que idioma você fala?
3.
こんにちは。お元気ですか？私は日本語を話します。あなたは何語を話しますか？
4.
Здравствуйте, как ваши дела сегодня? Я разговариваю по-русски. На каком языке вы разговариваете?
5.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo hablo español. ¿Qué lenguaje hablas?
6.
你好，你今天怎么样？我说中文，你说什么语言？
7.
مرحبا، كيفك اليوم؟ أنا بتكلم إنجليزي، وأنت؟ ماذا تتكلم؟
8.
Hallo, wie geht es dir heute? Ich spreche Deutsch. Welche Sprache sprichst du?
Page 3, Exercises 3 and 4.
So, Amal, just how many languages do you speak?
Let me see. 3? No, 4.
4?
Yeah, my native language is Arabic, because that's what my parents speak at home. And I speak fluent French because that's what I spoke at school.
You speak French? I didn't know that. I speak French too.
You do?
Well, I speak broken French. I went to Paris a few years ago on vacation, and I picked up a few expressions and a little slang. Anyway, what are the other 2 languages?
Well, English, obviously.
Yes, and number 4?
Italian. I'm taking a class on the internet. It's really good.
Italian? That's cool. Wow, you're really good at languages.
Well, so are you. Japanese, English, and what else?
That's all.
No, that's not all. I heard you talking to the waiter at the Chinese restaurant last night.
Oh, no. I'm bad at Chinese. I mean, I can get by, but I'm certainly not fluent.
Page 3, Exercise 5.
So, do you like studying Italian on the internet? How does that work?
Well, I do grammar exercises and I read news articles. But the best thing is that I listen to songs and watch movies. It's good because it's fun and I don't get bored.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I'd like studying on the internet. How do you practice speaking? I mean, I like talking to people in person. For example, I'm trying to improve my Chinese at the moment, so I meet up with a Chinese friend 2 times a week to practice. And I practice whenever I get a chance, like last night in the restaurant.
That's good. It's important to really talk to people, isn't it?
I think so. And I have a Chinese e-pal.
What's an e-pal?
You know, a friend that I can practice Chinese with on the internet. We chat on the internet and write emails to each other.
Oh, so you do use the internet to study?
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's really good, too, because my Chinese e-pal tells me about interesting websites and blogs in Chinese.
Hey, that's cool.
Yep, and she recommends books and magazines, too.
I think I'll get an Italian e-pal.
Page 4. Exercise 2. 1.
Kumi learns new English expressions easily. She remembers everything she studies.
2.
Carl's mother is Colombian and his father is American. He speaks both Spanish and English fluently.
3.
Sometimes my Spanish teacher speaks too quickly. I wish she would speak more slowly.
4.
Tina is Mexican, but she speaks English so naturally, I thought it was her native language.
5.
Kim normally speaks English, but when he visits his grandparents, he speaks Korean.
6.
The teacher speaks very clearly. I understand almost everything he says.
Page 5. Exercise 3.
How often do you write to your Chinese e-pal?
Oh, about twice a week. I tell her about my friends, my family, and my hobbies.
And do you usually practice speaking too, or just writing?
Just writing for now, but we are thinking of having an online chat in the future.
That's cool. So why are you studying Chinese? Do you have friends in China?
No, not yet. I've never been to China, but I'd really like to visit. And I think Chinese is going to be a really important language in the future for work.
Page 6. Exercise 2.
In the distant past, people told stories and sang songs to remember important historical events and cultural traditions. When people started to trade, writing was developed to record information in a more permanent way. Writing first appeared in 4 different places: Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, Iran, and Syria, Egypt, China, and Mesoamerica, modern-day southern Mexico, and much of Central America. Around the world, writing systems developed in different and complex ways. Some writing systems use symbols to represent ideas. For example, in Chinese, the symbol means tortoise. Other languages use symbols to represent syllables or combinations of sounds. In Japanese, the symbols represent the 3 syllables in the Japanese word for hotel, ho-te-ru. Other writing systems developed letters to represent sounds. In the English word cat, each letter represents a sound, k-a-t. Writing systems also differed in the way they were organized for people to read. For example, Greek, and later Latin in all European languages, was written horizontally from left to right, but Arabic was written horizontally from right to left. Traditionally, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean were written vertically from right to left. Nowadays, these languages can also be written horizontally from left to right. This is partially because of the influence of English and the use of computers. Writing systems change over time to adapt to the needs of the people who use them. Recently, internet chatting and text messaging with cell phones are changing the way people use words. People write abbreviations like TTYL for talk to you later, or use numbers to represent words. In Chinese, the numbers 520 sound like the words for I love you, and in English, the numbers 2 and 4 replace the words 2 and 4.
Page 8. Exercises 3 and 4.
Because my one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. I was never any good at learning languages at school, but there are things that even I can understand. Like the beauty and the meaning and the wonder in her eyes when she looks at me and touches my hand. Because my one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. If I tell her how I'm feeling, I know she'll nod her head. My words may have no meaning, but she'll smile at what I've said. We'll sit there holding hands and looking at the stars. We speak in fluent silence that describe this love of ours. Because my one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. We communicate in kisses, a few words here and there. Some we understand, the rest we just don't care. Because my one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. If I tell her how I'm feeling, I know she'll nod her head. My words may have no meaning, but she'll smile at what I've said. Because my one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world. My one true love is the love of a girl from the other side of the world.
Page 9. Pronunciation. 1,
Mexico, Mexican.
2,
Vietnam, Vietnamese.
3,
Sweden, Swedish.
4,
China, Chinese.
5,
Japan, Japanese.
6,
Brazil, Brazilian.
7,
Norway, Norwegian.
8,
Canada, Canadian.
9,
Korea, Korean.
10,
Peru, Peruvian.
Page 10. Exercise 1. Conversation 1.
Excuse me, I don't understand what slang means.
Slang words are informal words.
I still don't understand. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's see. In the U.S., you can say bucks or greenbacks when you are referring to dollars.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
Conversation 2.
Excuse me, what are we supposed to do?
Read the text on page 17 and answer the questions with a partner.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Sure. First, open your book to page 17, then answer the questions with a partner.